Chapter 1973. When everyone heard that Don Stephen had given Alex a villa in Beijing, they were all surprised. None of them could understand at first why Don Stephen would send Alex a villa in China. But after that moment of shock, Adam Smith and Burton suddenly realized the reason, and in their hearts, they sighed deeply. Why hadn't they thought of this themselves? Back in China, they had been by Alex's side, busy assembling the production line of Suki Pharmaceuticals. Later, after arriving in Osaka, Alex had suddenly expressed the desire to go alone to Chengdu. At that time, Don Stephen guessed immediately that Alex must have been looking for Xingshi. Don Stephen was very sharp, and he had followed Alex for a long time, so he knew more about Alex's matters than most others around him. He had long noticed that Alex seemed to have an appreciation for the Chinese female fighter named Xingshi. After she was injured during a match, she returned to China for treatment. Don Stephen had discreetly followed her situation. She first received medical care in Beijing, then went to Chengdu to train. So, when Alex suddenly made a trip from Osaka to Chengdu, and then drove from Chengdu to Beijing on the same night, Don Stephen put the pieces together. Cross-checking the timing with Chinese news reports, he was able to reconstruct the entire situation in his mind, and his guess wasn't wrong. Knowing that Xingshi had inherited the Edo family and was striving to become its heir, and that the Edo family owned a grand mansion near the imperial residence in Beijing, Don Stephen decided to purchase a villa right next to it. Now, he presented that villa to Alex, convinced that it would be something he would appreciate. Adam Smith and Burton had also followed Alex all the way through China, so they were aware of the situation. When they realized Don Stephen had given Alex a villa in Beijing, they immediately understood his intentions. While they admired his foresight, they couldn't help but feel annoyed with themselves for not thinking on that level. Alex himself was surprised when he first heard about the gift. At first, he couldn't understand why Don Stephen would give him a villa in Beijing, especially one so close to the Edo family's residence. But then, he immediately realized that Don Stephen must have picked up on certain clues and prepared this gift to suit him. At that moment, Alex felt a mix of emotions. He truly admired Xingshi and was aware of her feelings toward him. Yet, he was married, and he knew he shouldn't grow too close to her. Back in China, his main intention in seeking her out had been to help heal her injuries, but he hadn't expected so many things to happen afterward. After curing Xingshi and sending her safely to Beijing, he had already tried to let go of the matter. But now, with Don Stephen suddenly gifting him a villa in Beijing, it brought her image vividly back into his mind. At this point, Elaine clapped her hands in excitement. "Oh, I've long wanted to go to China, to see the cherry blossoms, go shopping, and more. If I have my own villa in Beijing, wouldn't I be able to go there often?" Don Stephen quickly replied, "Miss Elaine, you can go anytime. I have also arranged for several servants in Beijing to remain on standby around the clock, ensuring that no matter when you arrive, the villa will always be kept in its best condition, with people dedicated to serving you and taking the best care of your needs." "Oh, that's really wonderful!" Elaine exclaimed happily. "I've wanted to travel abroad for such a long time, but in the past, I was too unhappy and never had the chance. Now that my son-in-law is living such a good life, I'll be able to go out often in the future." With that, she turned eagerly to Mr. Adair and asked, "Oh, Mr. Adair, can the yacht you gave us travel all the way to China?"